Hey everyone, welcome back and Happy New Year. 2023, it is going to be so special and so amazing in everything you all hoped and dreamed it would be. And all you got to do is comment down below that you claim it, that 2023 is going to be your year. Come on, let me see those of you who really want something special and exciting to happen, but you got to go out and do it. Comment down below that you're claiming 2023 to be your year. All right, as you can tell from the thumbnail, today we're going to be talking about my top 10 favorite fragrances that are heavy in my rotation for wintertime. I've done a cheapie video for winter, I've done a designer fragrance for winter, and now we're going to do my top 10 favorite niche or luxury fragrances for the wintertime. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get this thing started. All right, the first one I'm going to talk about, somewhat controversial. A lot of you have strong opinions about this fragrance, but I love it. It was one of the first fragrances I saved up to buy because it just screamed opulence. It screamed that you made it to the top, so to speak. And it's none other than Creed Aventus. I love wearing this fragrance in the wintertime. In fact, I love wearing it all year round. I know a lot of you bring this fragrance out, in the summertime, and for good reason, because it's really fresh, it has a lot of citrus, it's got that pineapple DNA that's absolutely amazing. But this fragrance can be worn all year round. It's got the black currant, it's got the birch, a little bit of smokiness to it. I love the freshness from the oak moss and ambergris, but it's an absolute amazing fragrance. For me, this one really works. I love it. I got it from Venba Fragrance for a really good price. So if you guys are looking for good, high quality niche fragrance, definitely check out the link below for Venba. But Venba has so many amazing, luxurious niche fragrances at a really good affordable price. And then when you use my promo code, it brings the price down even lower. But I love Aventus. I love that pineapple DNA. And I know it's been one of the most copied fragrances, that and Baccarat Rouge 540, but this is one of my favorites, and it's so versatile. You can wear it anywhere, anytime. I get about 6 to 8, somewhere in that range. I get about an arm's length projection, but this is one of those fragrances that just works for a wedding or works going to the beach or whenever you just need a boost of confidence. I really love this one. Comment down below what are your thoughts on this one. Does this one still have a place in your heart in 2023? I'd love to hear your thoughts. All right, next fragrance. Love this fragrance. This one actually screams fall. It screams winter. I love the design. I love the scent. It is so amazing. The world famous house of Zaharoff, and this one is called Signature Tobacco. Look at the color of that juice. And you can see that I put quite a dent in this one already. This one just smells so amazing, and I really love rich, boozy fragrances this time of year, and this definitely has a rich, full booziness going on with it. Just so opulent, so gorgeous. You got that cognac and rum, and then you've got the really sweetness coming in as well, but not too, syrupy or sugary sweet that makes you kind of nauseous or, kind of cloying, but it's got that honey and vanilla giving it a nice sweetness. And then for me and my taste and what I kind of got from this, I get a little dry, dusty tobacco, and it just smells so good. I think there's pimento in here as well. And that pimento and tobacco together are just kind of leave me feeling like this is a dry tobacco. Either way, however you interpret it, this one just works so good in the fall time. I really love it. It's warm, it's resinous, and one of my favorites in my collection. I get about 8 hours on my skin. I feel like this is the perfect daytime or evening fragrance. You can wear it anytime, anywhere. It definitely works in the wintertime, and you're going to get noticed. You're going to turn heads. This one projects at about an arm's length. Great fall winter fragrance, and definitely heavy in my rotation, as you can tell. And I love how it's wrapped like a fine wrapped Cuban cigar. Absolutely amazing. All right, sticking with the boozy themed fragrances, and if you watch my channel this fall and winter, I talk about a lot of boozy fragrances, tobacco, boozy, gourmand. I love that, and this one's no different. This is from Masamato, and this one is called Pardon. I love this presentation. There's something so cool about it, but it's just a really great fragrance. It's chocolatey, a nice booziness in my opinion, although it's not listed there, and then you get a nice sweetness coming from the vanilla. This is a really nice fragrance this time of year. This one is called Masamato Pardon. Definitely check it out if you like boozy, chocolatey, vanillic, in the base. This is a great fragrance. I get about 8 hours on my skin. This has got strong projection for me, and I really love it. So definitely check out this company, Masamato. All right, guys, a brand new fragrance release that came out this year. I am so glad I found out about this company. Presentation is amazing. The owner is first class, and these fragrances are so luxurious. I'm talking about the House of Kajal. This one is called Almaz. Man, look at this, guys. Look at that cap. This cap weighs like 300 pounds, and the bottle is just so luxurious and so gorgeous. Isn't that cool? Guys, this fragrance is just beautiful. It is so rich and so opulent. There's a lot of citrus in the top. You've got that black currant, but the star of the show in this one, right, is the raspberry. Oh, I love the raspberry note in here. It's so good. It works with the citruses. And then, you know, it's got some nice depth as well. Brown sugar, vanilla, and a lot of amber. It is so good. And I got about 6 to 8 hours on my skin. This one is great. You're really going to love this one. So I hope this year, when you're trying to think of some fragrances to get or come up with your fragrance goals, definitely check out the House of Kajal. They will not let you down. This is so good. All right, guys. One of my favorite that when I went down the rabbit hole, this fragrance house definitely had me hooked. From the story, the presentation, award-winning fragrances. Some of them can be a little bit challenging, but that's what we like, right? We like fragrances that aren't like everything else that's on the shelf or everything else that we buy. This house will push you. This is a fragrance lover's house, a collector's house. I love it. It's none other than Zoologist, and this particular fragrance happens to be one of my favorites. Now, I love so many of them. Squid is really good in the summertime. Seahorse is good in the summertime. This is one of my favorite fall and winter scents. I also like Chipmunk. That is another great fall and winter scent. But this one right here is just so magical because it has this ability to transport you. I know maybe I'm being a little over dramatic, but I love fragrances that tell a story and they transport you to another time and place, like a good song or a good movie. This one does that. And I really do picture myself, you know, riding on a camel, going through the desert, smelling all those spices, smelling all those sweets. You get this really smoky, resinous warming, and that's the warmness comes from the amber. But this is so good, and it's got, you know, don't be fooled because it has a nice sweetness coming from the dried fruits. And, it, you know, it is just, I don't know, I love it. It's very animalic, balsamic. Got a little bit of vanilla in there to tamper it down and give it a nice smooth sweetness. I love everything about this fragrance. It is so amazing. Check out the House of Zoologist if you're unfamiliar. I know a lot of you who watch my videos are frag heads and you know about this house, but it is so amazing. And I love this fragrance this time of year. All right, sticking with the indie niche houses, I'm going to talk about the House of Argos. Argos Fragrances absolutely does it first class. Look at this bottle. This thing weighs like a bowling ball in my hand. It is absolutely amazing. This artwork on here by Don W. Waterhouse is amazing. Adonis Awakens is a famous painting, and I love it. This is from Artist Series 2. Look at the cap, guys. And then you've got this inside. I don't know if you can see it. And then the atomizer is pressure sensitive, so you can get as little as much as you want. I love the atomizer technology on this. But how does it smell, Scott? How does it smell? Well, this smells amazing. Now, I could have picked a ton of other ones. I could have picked Triumph of Bacchus. I could have picked Dene. I could have picked Perfume, but I picked this one because I wanted to do something different. I always go with the same ones. And this fragrance right now has really got me because, as I told you from the last fragrance, I really love that note of raspberry. Well, here's another fragrance with raspberry in it. But this is so fresh on the top. It's got bergamot, it's got juicy grapefruit, and then it has that pink peppercorn giving that amazing freshness. You've got a whole lot of rose in here, as you can tell from the color of the juice. There is a lot of rose in here. And then a beautiful raspberry note that just mixes absolutely amazing with that vanilla. It's got a creamy sandalwood. And here is a fragrance that is so unisex, ladies. You can wear this one. Men, you can wear this one. Don't be afraid of rose. It smells amazing. And maybe even that raspberry might scare you off, but this is so gorgeous. I get about 8 hours on my skin, a nice arm's length projection, and a definite compliment getting machine. All right, let's talk about some warm, cozy fragrances here at the end. This is one of my favorite fragrances, and I have a massive dent in it. It's from Histories de Parfum. This is Ambre 114. I love this fragrance. In a nutshell, guys, just to make it quick, this fragrance is basically all about the amber. It's got a little bit of rose and it's got that vanilla. And it is warm. It is cozy. It goes forever on my skin, 8 hours. It's got more than an arm's length projection. It's just a warm, cozy blanket thrown over you because it keeps you warm, makes you feel good. It's the perfect nighttime fragrance, perfect for a date. I love this one in the wintertime. Definitely check it out. All right, next fragrance. I just recently talked about this one as one of my favorite pickups this year, and for good reason, guys. If you want to buy this fragrance, it's high. I'm not gonna lie and say it isn't. It's a high fragrance. I think it's around 275 bucks. You can save a little bit of money if you go down and use my link, use the promo code, get 20 bucks off. That'll save you just a little bit of money. But this fragrance is so worth the price because it is so good. This is Precious Liquids Tobacco Royale. Man, oh man, oh man. This one, luxury, luxury, luxury personified. It is really good. It's got a juicy, sweet, dripping apricot. I think there's some cistus in here. Oh, just so good. Tobacco Absolute, vanilla, boozy. Guys, this fragrance is to die for. It is one of my favorites from the house. I really thought they nailed it, you know, in the summertime when they came out with Blue Agave. But this one is absolutely amazing. I love this fragrance. You guys need to check this one out. It is called Royal Tobacco, and I'm telling you, that apricot note in here is to die for. I get about 8 hours on my skin, projects in about an arm's length, and it's just, guys, tobacco, apricot, vanilla. Oh, so good. Gotta try this one out. Speaking of warm and cozy fragrances, this is probably the best one on the market. You all know it. It's from Master Perfumer Francis Kurkdjian. This is Maison Francis Kurkdjian Grand Soir. Little bit of lavender, whole lot of amber, whole lot of vanilla. I think there's some benzoin in here, maybe even some tonka, but it is amazing. This fragrance goes beast mode. I wore it one time in the room and they smelled me from the other side of the room. It goes forever. I get 8 hours on my skin. These fragrances are blended to perfection. It's one of my favorites from the house. This house is so awesome. You've got to try out this one, guys. Grand Soir. Good night. You need to try it. It's amazing. Perfect date night fragrance. Perfect for going out and wearing it in the cold winter. It'll slice through it like a hot knife through butter. All right, guys. Last but not least, this is one of the most beast mode fragrances in my collection. It's not all that expensive. This is from Maison Margiela. This is called Replica by the Fireplace. And what a fitting fragrance for this time of year, by the fireplace. You think of warm, cozy, crackling fire. That's what you get with this fragrance. To me, it just reminds me of my childhood. It's very nostalgic. It's very strong. I only need a couple sprays of this, honestly, because if I spray more than 3 times, it's going to choke out the room. This thing goes 8+ hours on my skin. And to me, it just kind of smells like roasting marshmallows over a campfire. You definitely get that charred, smoky, woody sensation. You get the beautiful vanilla in this, and it smells like, you know, roasted marshmallows. This is absolutely gorgeous. There's some chestnut in here as well, but it's one of my favorite fragrances. This thing really sticks to my skin, and for the price, I think the quality is absolutely amazing. It is a very artistic vanilla fragrance, one of my favorites, so I'm here for it, guys. What do you think about this one by the Fireplace? All right, guys, there you have it. Those are my top 10 luxury niche fragrances for the wintertime. What are some of your favorite 10? Let me know down in the comments down below. If you got any value from this video, which I know you did, go ahead and leave a thumbs up. Share the video with your friends and family. And please, come on, be a part of my fragrance family. Come join me. It doesn't cost you anything. I'd love to have you. I love learning from you guys. I love entertaining, and hopefully I'm doing that. And then just hit the bell notifications off to the side. I'm always doing giveaways, cool interviews. You never know what's going to be on this channel, so make sure you're getting all the content as it comes out. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope wherever you are in this world, you're finding peace and happiness. And once again, Happy New Year to all of you. I'm wishing you nothing but the best. And just know from my channel, the best is yet to come. So stay tuned. I'll see you guys next time. Peace and love.